Today we're making Thai red chicken curry, and this takes less than 40 minutes to put together. It yields 5 portions that can set you up for the whole week, or you can stash them away for a later date. I also got all of the ingredients from Aldi, so it makes this recipe a little bit cheaper, and I'll run you through the cost breakdown as well as the macros at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that. As always, this right here is everything we're going to need, plus the additions of a little bit of salt, pepper, and oil. Start with 1 kilo or 2.2 pounds of chicken thighs, trim away any large pieces of fat, then dice into bite-sized even chunks. Keeping them uniform means they'll cook evenly and stay juicy inside. Thigh meat is my choice here. It's naturally higher in fat than breast, which protects it from drying out when you reheat the meal later on in the week, but if you prefer to use breast, I'll have details about that in the description. Next, peel and finely mince 4 cloves of garlic. Don't rush this, the smaller that you chop it, the more it blends into the curry base without leaving raw bits. Garlic is one of the first flavours to hit the pan too, so mincing it ensures it releases its oils quickly. Take 10 grams or 0.2 ounces of fresh ginger. Use the edge of a spoon to scrape away the skin. It follows the natural curves better than a knife. Then mince it finely as well, or you can grate it on a microplane, which is what I'm going to do. Ginger adds gentle heat and freshness that cuts through the richness of the coconut milk, which is the base to our curry. Now grab 1 red bell pepper or capsicum, about 150 grams or 5.3 ounces. Slice it into thin, even strips. You can slice it in half and remove the core, or slice around the core, which is the cleanest way to prevent seeds and pith going everywhere. Bell pepper softens quickly, so by cutting it into thin strips, it's going to stay slightly crisp and brings out that natural sweetness to balance the spice. For the tender stem broccoli, all we need to do is trim it up and use the stems too, as there's lots of nutrients in there. Now onto our base, measure 300 grams or 10.5 ounces of jasmine rice and rinse it thoroughly under cold water until it runs clear. Add the rinsed rice into a saucepan with 550 milliliters of cold water. Add in a couple of lime leaves as well for fragrance, which is optional, and a pinch of salt. Bring it up to a boil and then immediately cover with a tight lid and lower the heat to a gentle simmer. Cook for 12 minutes without lifting the lid. The steam is what cooks the rice through evenly. After 12 minutes, turn it off the heat and leave the lid on for 4 more minutes. Then remove that lid and fluff the rice up with a fork or a spatula, and you'll have these nice, soft, fluffy grains. Heat 2 teaspoons or 10 milliliters of peanut oil in a large pan or pot over medium-high heat. Peanut oil has a high smoke point, so it's perfect for searing. Add in the diced chicken in a single layer. Don't overcrowd the pan. If you do, the chicken will steam instead of brown. You can work this in batches if you need to, and cook this for about 5 to 6 minutes, stirring occasionally until that chicken is golden on the outside. We're not cooking it through yet, just building a brown surface. Next to go in is the minced garlic and grated ginger. Cook this for about 30 to 40 seconds, just long enough for it to release its aroma. Any longer, the garlic will risk burning, which will turn the whole dish bitter. Add in 3 tablespoons or 60 grams of Thai red curry paste. Frying the paste for about 1 minute before adding liquid is key. The oils carry all of the flavour compounds and heat activates them, making the curry richer and more aromatic. And I know I've cheated, I've used store-bought curry paste. Pour in 500 milliliters or 1 1/4 cans of coconut milk, along with 1.5 cups or 325 milliliters of chicken stock. Mix it together until smooth. This forms the base of our sauce, which is creamy from the coconut milk and savoury from the stock. And we can let this simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes just to build up that flavour. Add in the sliced red bell pepper and chopped tender stem broccoli or regular broccoli. Add in a touch of salt, and you can use a little bit of ground white pepper here as well. Then stir everything together and let this simmer uncovered for 7 to 9 minutes. And during this time, the chicken will cook through gently into the sauce, staying moist, while the vegetables soften. The key is simmering uncovered. This lets the liquid reduce slightly, thickening the curry and concentrating the flavour. Once the chicken's cooked and the vegetables are tender, stir in 1 tablespoon or 20 milliliters of fish sauce, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of brown sugar, and then add in 250 grams or 8.8 ounces of frozen edamame beans. These are optional but do increase the protein amount. The fish sauce adds saltiness and depth, and the sugar balances the spice. Taste and adjust with any extra salt and pepper if needed. Now the last thing to do is squeeze in some lime juice. Always start off with a smaller amount and then adjust if needed. Once you've added too much, that's it, there's no going back. This is going to add a really nice freshness and brightens the whole curry. Give the rice another fluff up and then serve it into separate containers. If you don't have any separate containers, don't stress, it's perfectly fine serving the curry and the rice together. I just don't want the rice to absorb all of that curry sauce. Now do the same thing with that curry. Make sure you get an even portion of the chicken and vegetables as well as all of the sauce in there. Just top it all off. This is the perfect amount of curry to fill 5 750 milliliter containers, and I have a link for all of the containers that I'm using in this video in the link in the description. And as always, this right here is the macros for a single portion, including the rice. Once you have them portioned up, they'll go in the fridge for up to 4 days and in the freezer for up to 3 months. I've separated the rice from the curry so the rice doesn't go soggy, but if you don't have spare containers, you can add it in there. It's not a problem at all. And as for reheating, either do so in a microwave or a pan. Also, at the beginning of the video, I did promise a cost breakdown. This cost me a total of $29.95. That's for the bulk of the ingredients, like the main ingredients. I did have a couple of pantry staples around, like the salt, the sugar, a little bit of fish sauce, the oil, that type of stuff. But the main ingredients, yeah, $29.95. Works out to be $5.99 per portion. You really can't go wrong. Something fun to make. It's delicious, it's easy, and it's going to set you up for the week as well. So with all said and done, we can then dig in. So good. Honestly, I don't know why I haven't made this sooner. It's simple, it's easy, but the flavors are so complex. It's a little bit savory, it's a little bit sweet. You got that acid from the lime at the end, just adds freshness. A beautiful blend of flavors. You really can't go wrong. Definitely do make it yourself. And please do give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, along with hitting the bell notification next to it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.